Hello and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video I am going to discuss about roles and responsibilities of Azure DevOps engineer. As I have promised that I'll be going to upload the part 4 of this series. So today I am going to share you my experiences, my real-time experiences with you on the roles and responsibilities that a Azure DevOps engineer performs. So this is also part of Azure interview series. So let's begin this journey. So what are the roles and responsibilities of Azure DevOps engineer? So first of all, I am going to inform you that even though this is an Azure DevOps engineer role, but person who is applying for this role or who is working for this role should be working on Microsoft as well as non-Microsoft technologies. He should be having experiences on Microsoft technologies as well as non-Microsoft technologies also. So the first point or the first role that the Azure DevOps engineer should be having is he should be having experience on coding. He should know how to write coding in any of the languages. For example, PowerShell scripting he should be knowing, or he should be having experience on Bash scripting or Python or C++, C#, or else if he is having experience on Visual Basic, VB scripting or Java scripting, then Azure DevOps engineer role is actually apt for you, because the interviewer who is actually going to take your interview, he should ask, or he will be judging you on the basis of how good are you in coding. So he may ask you to write some sample programming, or he can ask you or he can judge you that you know how to write the code. So this is very, very important for Azure DevOps engineer, because as part of your job on daily basis, you will be working on many of the scripting languages, as well as you will be troubleshooting, you will be dig down to the coding which developer is actually developing. So you should know how to write coding, because there are many instances on daily basis that you have to dig down or dig deeper into that code or the snippet or the scripts that the developer is actually writing. The next point is you should be having knowledge of continuous integration, continuous delivery and continuous deployment. The complete end-to-end CI/CD pipeline knowledge, setting up the CI/CD pipeline from the scratch, you should be having knowledge on that. Next one is you should be having knowledge on Windows or Linux operating system. If you have knowledge on Linux, it is very good. If you do not have knowledge on Linux, if you have only worked on Windows, then also it is fine. The next role and responsibility that you should be having knowledge on cloud computing. So here for Azure DevOps engineer, if you are already having working experience on Azure, then it is best. So in Azure I will go deep down and I will tell you that what are the features or what are the services that you should know in Azure. Then the next roles is you should be having knowledge on Jenkins or Git or Nexus or any other DevOps tool like this. I will go deeper into this subject also. in the next video, in the forthcoming video. The next role is that you should be having infrastructure automation knowledge on Terraform, Chef, or Ansible, or Puppet. So in Terraform, Chef, Ansible, Puppet, if you have knowledge on Ruby, then Terraform and Chef, particularly on Chef, is actually very important, because this Terraform and Chef actually very good combination for infrastructure automation, because many of the companies will be actually using Chef. All the MNCs are actually using Chef, and for Chef, if you know Ruby programming, then it is very useful. Then you should be having knowledge on Packer or CloudFormation, because if your project is actually asking you to create the pipeline for OS image building, then you have to actually build a OS operating system, customized operating system through Packer. You can also use Packer to customize the operating system. It can be Windows or it can be Linux also, and you have to develop the operating system and you have to deploy the operating system through Azure DevOps. So this is the environment provisioning, and there is one more thing that you have to take care, that as part of your daily task, you should know how to write the documentation. So if I am telling the documentation, then you should know how to write at least SOPs, standard operating procedure. So this is the minimum requirement for Azure DevOps engineer. I'll be talking about more on Azure DevOps engineer roles and responsibilities in my next video, because this is a huge role and lot of responsibilities will be there for Azure DevOps engineer. So as I said, that in Azure only, if you are working on Azure, then you should know few of the services. So what are those services that you should know? So those things also I will discuss in my next video. So this is the end of part 4. Please watch out for next part, that is part 5. In the part 5 also I will be discussing on Azure DevOps engineer roles and responsibility, because I cannot actually cover all the roles and responsibility in one video, and this will become a lengthy video. That's why I have actually separated this video in 2 parts. So I hope that this video is helpful for your Azure DevOps engineer job, and if you like this video, please do subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends and colleagues. Thank you.